When I first decided to visit India, it was with a sense of hope. The doctors back home had struggled to find answers for my persistent migraines, and I had read glowing reviews about the advanced medical facilities in Delhi. I was optimistic. Perhaps here I'd find relief, a solution, a cure. But I never imagined I'd leave with a piece of me missing, a part I had no idea they'd even touch. The hospital I chose was state-of-the-art, its shining glass exterior and immaculate hallways promising professionalism and care. My initial consultation was reassuring. Dr. Mehta, the neurologist, was thorough, asking detailed questions about my symptoms, my medical history, and even my lifestyle. He ordered a series of tests, including blood work and an MRI, and assured me they'd get to the bottom of my condition. The next day, I was told I'd need to stay overnight for observation. "We've noticed something unusual in your blood tests," Dr. Mehta said, his tone calm but firm. "It's likely nothing serious, but we'd like to monitor you and run a few more tests to be sure." It was around midnight when the nurse came to administer a sedative. "Just something to help you sleep," she said with a kind smile. I didn't think twice. I was in a hospital, under the care of professionals. Why wouldn't I trust them? When I woke up, groggy and disoriented, something felt off. My abdomen ached, a dull, persistent pain that hadn't been there before. I dismissed it at first. Perhaps I had slept awkwardly, or the observation involved more invasive tests than I realized. But when I pulled back the hospital gown to check, my heart sank. A fresh incision, neatly stitched, stretched across my side. Panic set in. I pressed the call button frantically, and a nurse arrived moments later. "What happened to me?" I demanded. "Why do I have this scar?" She hesitated, her professional demeanor faltering. "It was an emergency procedure," she said, avoiding my eyes. "Dr. Mehta will explain everything when he arrives." Dr. Mehta didn't come until hours later, by which point my anxiety had reached a fever pitch. When he finally entered the room, he wore the same calm expression as before, but there was something unsettling in his gaze. "We discovered a serious issue during your observation," he began. "Your left kidney was severely damaged. It was non-functional and posed a risk to your health. We had to remove it to prevent further complications." I was stunned. "What? That's impossible! I've never had any kidney problems, and you didn't even ask for my consent." "It was a life-or-death situation," he insisted, his tone measured. "There was no time to consult you." Something about his explanation didn't sit right. Over the next few days, as I recovered, I began to notice strange inconsistencies. The nurses avoided my questions, their answers vague and hurried. My medical records seemed incomplete, with entire sections missing or blacked out. And then there was the final straw, a whispered conversation I overheard between two orderlies. "The foreigner in room 312, one said. "Her kidney fetched a good price. Dr. Mehta's contacts will be pleased." I felt the blood drain from my face. It was no emergency. My kidney had been stolen. The realization was a gut punch. The hospital, the doctors I had trusted, they had all betrayed me. I'd heard of organ trafficking before, dismissed it as something that happened to other people, in dark alleys or shady clinics. Never in a gleaming, reputable hospital. Never to me. I knew I couldn't confront them directly. If they were involved in something this sinister, they wouldn't hesitate to silence me. Instead, I played along, feigning ignorance while I planned my escape. I contacted my embassy, explaining my suspicions without revealing too much over the phone. They arranged for me to leave the country immediately, promising to investigate. Back home, the truth was confirmed. Tests revealed that my left kidney had indeed been removed, and there was no evidence of the severe damage Dr. Mehta had claimed. I'd been a victim of a sophisticated organ trafficking operation, one that preyed on vulnerable foreigners seeking medical care. The experience changed me forever. I've since dedicated my life to raising awareness about medical tourism and the hidden dangers it can entail. But even as I fight to protect others, the scar on my side is a constant reminder of the trust that was stolen along with my kidney.